April is your birthday month. You picked the movie you wanted to review in honor of your birthday. I'm confused.
Success.
Was this based on an anime?
To my knowledge, and I didn't double check.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't.
What's with the Born stash?
This is for the job, but
Like I said,
so to my knowledge, it's not a manga, manhwa, or anime. It's a series. They have there's a supposed to be part 1, 2, and 3, and there is also a show,
what's the name of it again?
The Witch.
Not really. There's a continuation to the title.
So the series of movies are called The Witch, but there's part
Okay.
1, Subversion.
Mhm.
Then there's part 2, the other one.
That's
3.
called what? What's that called? You're not giving the name of it. You're like, huh.
No.
Let the audience know.
The Witch part 2 is called The Other One.
Oh. Okay. I'm a little tired. It's Easter weekend. I'm tired. And you're right. And that's currently streaming also on Amazon Prime.
The Tyrant is the series, so they have a
Okay.
spin-off series. Part 3 hasn't been released yet.
Well, I have so many questions.
It's wild.
Welcome back to A Tales of Two Bros. My name is Angel,
I'm Adan.
the birthday boy, where we give you a review at least once a week. Spoiler alert. So, The Witch what is it again?
Subversion.
Subversion.
Mhm.
It kind of reminds me, like, in that sense of what's that other like franchises out there, like the Hunger Games, but Subvergent, or there's another one with this one girl, it's a white girl, I can't remember, Divergent,
Yeah,
or
like the Divergent series and stuff like that.
yeah,
For me, I liked it because number one, like I got introduced like through Korean films from you, and like I remember Adan, like
Adahan. Oh my God, Adahan is so good. We need
yes,
to review that. We need to review that.
Volcano High. A lot of Korean films that I enjoy is like they're probably the closest to anime adaptations that I've seen to date. Like as far as like they're very heavy on the sci-fi fantasy aspect
Mhm.
with special effects.
It reminded me of like stuff we grew up on.
Yeah, like a
Akira.
touch like maybe a little bit of equilibrium in here.
Right, but like Akira for definitely that.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
just in a female version.
Or even Guyver.
Yeah, but I would say more Akira because they're training
The
humans,
kids.
the
Yeah.
kids, and they give them drugs and stuff like that to give them superpowers and see who's a little more like, I guess, vicious and violent.
Yes.
And
Mhm. Maybe like
we're
Firestarter.
yes, Firestarter. So all those little like influences that came
Mhm.
into this, where there's a little twist here at the
Yes.
end,
Mhm.
or at the end mid, because this for one, this movie is too long. It is too
It is a
long.
little bit long, yeah.
It's over 2 hours, and I was like, oh my God. And it definitely did not need to be 2 hours long.
It's a bit of a slow burn.
Oh, yes. But it played off well, especially when, the reveal, she knew all along. She set it up because she was dying.
Mhm.
So everything that led up to it was all her grand scheme so they can find her and then she can figure out a way to live in a short of better term, or to heal herself.
Yes.
And so, and I mean, I couldn't recognize it until the kid did. And he recognized it. He's like, and I was like, wow, what did he see? I didn't see what he saw. I was like, what the heck? And but yeah, he
So it
knew.
dawned on you at that time, like, oh, she played us, and that was the same time for you.
Well, he says it. He tells him like, yeah, it remind the tagline he said was like reminiscent to the Watchmen. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Oh yeah, or
that kind of
that, or like
line,
the
like
hitman
paraphrasing.
kind of. Yeah.
Right, where she says, we didn't find her, she found us.
Yes.
And that was kind of cool. I mean, it was good, but I mean, it was just too long.
That's a negative takeaway.
Oh yeah, that's negative takeaway. But then they go to flashbacks and show the reveal that it was all her setup. It was kind of like also Usual Suspects, where you see the signs like I'm Kaiser Soze.
Yes.
And but it's a little more clear because they cut to a scene real quick where on the flashbacks they kept it on the scene a little bit longer to show the reveal. But Kim was busy, and then she started looking. She was like, "What the?" And then she got hooked.
Fair enough.
What was your favorite moment, though?
I love the reveal. The reveal was such a good moment for me because the first time I watched it and I saw the reveal, Like everything starts clicking together and it starts going very well. I do love the scene at the farmhouse, like her friends sleeping over, and they all have the they're like, we're gonna take your friend's head if you don't like come with
Well,
us,
well,
kind of
well,
situation.
well, I get that's the scene where we know that she's a badass. It's kind of like what was that movie that also showed that the person's a badass and like the whole time is timid? There's another movie like that.
Oh, there's so many.
Right, but it's like you don't know how badass they are. Well, the history of violence,
That's a good one.
where he tries to live a normal life, but it's different because he's trying to hide like for good, and then he wakes up, if you will, to protect his family and
Yeah,
friends.
I mean, you could
That's the only
probably
time.
just throw a stone at a Jason Statham film, because that's like 90% of his
Oh,
films. Like he just
oh, The Walking Man. I don't know if you've seen it.
you
Don't.
mean The Working Man,
What did I say?
The Walking,
What's the difference? It's always the working, the beekeeper, the
The
working man,
Mechanic.
the mechanic. Soon as it's gonna be called, I'm the janitor.
It's-
It's
or
like
just Jason.
he plays the same character, like in the same premise. It's a single father who had a past of being a badass, military, what have you,
Hmm.
and then he's like, "Oh, I can't do it. I can't get involved." And then he like walks around the block. All right, what do you need me to do?
Yeah.
I mean, I did not see The Beekeeper, but it was great. I heard rave reviews about it, and it's the same director and writer from that. And then I was like, it's so boring. The acting's horrendous. Kim was like, "What the fuck did we just see?" I was like, "I'm so sorry." But
So it's a
let's go
waste of
back to
time.
this. So, oh, total waste of time. Do
Gotcha.
not. Not even on streaming. It's not even worthy of streaming unless you're like in love with Jason in the sense his looks so happy. But whatever. But okay,
That
the
moment when
big reveal of her
she takes the pistol for the first time.
at the head.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She like takes the pistol, breaks the guy's arm, takes out like 7 guys, and then she starts beating the guy. She says, "You just had to keep pushing. You just had to keep pushing."
And the thing is, like, you don't know how strong it is, how strong she is, because she's always all she's doing is palm strikes,
Yes.
and the guy's face is just exploding more
Hmm.
and more with each strike. You're like, what the hell?
I mean, granted,
And
palm strikes are rough as it is,
no,
but
I
still.
know, but in that aspect, yes. And it kind of reminded me also when she was walking on the floor to him and shooting the guys that are on the first floor.
Hmm.
It kind of reminded me of
Yeah.
John Wick 2 when he's in the subway station and he's shooting with his to the other guy, and they're just trying to cover it underneath the jacket and arm. And she does the same thing. She shoots the guys without really
I
looking at
kind
them.
of got more like a equilibrium, like in that moment of equilibrium where his emotions just goes dead.
Mhm.
She just turned off, but then she switched back to be like, "What's going on? What's happening?" And then
No,
the one
but that was
boy,
acting.
that
No, that
exactly
was acting.
that was clearly acting. But the one boy comes out speaking English. He's like,
Yeah.
"Whoa!"
Well, he spoke English before too in the
On the
train
train.
cart,
Hmm.
right? But they knew each other because he was part of that group too. But I guess he transferred or moved to America, what have you, or unless the place was in America. No, no place wasn't that the
No, it was in
original
Korea.
facility.
I think he got transferred because she broke out before they could be exterminated, and then
Hmm.
the one scientist just saw potential, but he
Oh,
always had that scar. He was the boy.
right. But it also reminds me of Hannah. That's the one I'm thinking about. Hannah,
Ah, yeah,
that one with Eric Bana and Cate Blanchett.
yep,
That's a good one too. So it's kind of like the same thing. I have not finished the series. That's also on Amazon because
yeah.
I
You
saw
did
this
like
on
that
Amazon.
series.
Yeah, but I didn't finish it. I should have finished it. But you saw it on Amazon because I saw this on Amazon.
Originally, I saw it on Amazon, and it's been all over the place. Like it's been on
Yeah.
Tubi,
Hmm.
Peacock, and
Hmm.
like Paramount at times, but it juggles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I only had one commercial break, so I wasn't so
Yeah,
bad about that because I know on Tubi it'll be random anytime, anywhere.
I
So,
know. Recently it was on Peacock, and I think I told you about that.
oh, okay. Yeah, I just went to Amazon because it was there already.
Ah.
Uh, yeah, I like that reveal. That's a nice moment too. But I also like the big reveal at
Oh,
the
yes,
end.
after she gets the injection and she goes predator,
Yes,
she goes completely predator.
yes. Her face, her demeanor, like her approach is like
It's almost like a
I.
split personality, like, with the
Mhm.
reveal. Mhm,
Well, like there's like you fell into my trap,
mhm.
and I knew that guy who was injecting her. He's the first one gone. He is the first one gone,
But did you
and
anticipate it to be like that?
not like that. But I just know like if something goes down, he's the one going down first.
Absolutely.
I mean, it makes sense. He's the closest one to her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Well, yeah, nothing else was pretty like negative except for the time run. Everything was just pretty good. I did enjoy us. I found myself like engaged. I want to watch the second movie. I don't know about the show, but I'll definitely watch the third movie.
Yeah.
But tell me this: who was the girl standing next to her at the end of the movie? Was that the other one?
No. Okay. So okay. This comes into where the other movie and the series actually come into play. So
Okay.
there's more than one secret organization, and there's more, for lack of a better term, let's just call them metahumans, because that's
Okay.
a reference that both you and I get.
I think they called metahumans. No.
They're called something like transhumans or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Basically, she's another version of the experiment.
Okay.
And the professor that you see in the wheelchair
It's this twin sister.
is the twin sister. In part two, this is going to be heavy spoilers now. In part two, apparently they were all part of an experiment, and they were also part of cloning. So they were duplicating the kids.
Oh.
Yeah. And the mother was a subject that they found. So the mother turned out to be like the perfect host, and the kids were like the original two. So the other one is her twin sister.
Twin or clone?
Technically, like probably the first embryo. And then I think they didn't clarify which is which, but I think the girl you see here is like the first clone of the original.
And the original is the one standing?
And the other one, the part two.
She's the original.
Yeah. You don't see them. They don't clarify it in part two. It's still because part three is supposed to put everything together.
Okay.
It's a whole universe they're built. So
okay, so does that mean that the wheelchair sister, doctor, whatever, is she the original and the one that we
they were
killed?
Twins. They were actually
twins.
Okay,
because I was just wondering because since
they worked on the mother at the same time. They kidnapped
right, because I was just saying because it will make sense if say she's the original one and she can't walk, maybe because she's born paralyzed or paraplegic or something happened that made her paralyzed. So she made a clone because the twin sister that in the original, she has blue eyes, kind of like bluish hair.
Yes.
So there's like a chromosome missing. Obviously, it's not identical.
Correct.
If it's blue eyes and almost blue hairish. I don't know. We kind of cool. That's the real. That's like the wheelchair is actually there. Well, I haven't seen part two, so I don't know if she still lives or not. But anyway,
she does. But the whole purpose of the tyrant is because there's the other versions of the experiments, which these are like basically children that have been genetically modified from the embryo birth, right? That's what you just witnessed versus a genetic virus that modifies the humans through injection. That's the tyrant. So think of like Resident Evil, but instead of zombies, you're making super soldiers.
Right.
But if the virus doesn't take you as a good host, it'll destroy your body and you turn almost monstrous.
Was that the guy that was at the end with the bad hand, messed up hand? So the one guy, like he came in with his soldiers. He had one glove, but he took his glove off and it was like deformed.
He was like
discolored.
He was the beta version for them because everything they did had to do with the mind. So like he was the beta version for the witch. So he's not the one with the bad hand. They show them more in part two. Because in part two, see like when they get stressed, their veins just start coming out and they start like physically changing a little bit.
Right. But the guy with the bad hand, the messed up hand, then he's the beta?
The prototype. She hinted at it. She's like, it's like, oh yeah, you would know because like the experiments. He's like, he was the prototype experiment.
Well, there's many of them that have the scars in the head.
Yeah.
But he was older than them.
Yeah, exactly. He was a prototype.
Oh, I see you're saying prototype. Okay.
So like for the kids were arguably the perfected version. They were designed to have that defect of like they can't live for so long without constant injections because otherwise how would you control them? That's why they're continuing because she needs to find her mother because she needs the spinal fluid to get a cure.
Right.
I like the last fight scene too between all of them. How they did it where she's like going around super speed. They're charging each other with the strength. The fact that she was attacking that one, you thought they were going to be even. She just completely overpowered the one kid, the English speaking guy.
She didn't really overpower him that much.
She slapped the hell out of him.
Well, yeah, but she really overpowered a speed demon girl.
True.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you would think a little bit more, but I guess she was just at that higher level. And it kind of reminded me also of the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson, which is very anime-ish.
I can see that because
This
they're using like mental powers or moving things with their
right
mind.
scanners, you know, like
Yes.
all that stuff that we've grew up on and love is like it's kind of rolled up in here. But I just wish that like if they teamed up against her, the speed demon and him
Could they have
would have
taken
been a
her?
little more. No, I don't think they would have taken her, but it would have been more worthwhile, more engaging. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Probably.
oh, okay, because she took them pretty much one on one. Now, one on one, she's going to succeed. You
Hmm.
know, she has the healing powers now. She can, you know,
She heals
so
faster than they do. Like she
right.
can
Well, it's
capitalize
because
on
of
their
that,
abilities.
but also that injection that helped capitalize on that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's just it would have been better. Well, not better, but I think I would appreciate it more because they were teammates. Him and the
Hmm.
speed demon girl, they were teammates, so they like worked together. Granted, he was already hurt when the time she came in. He
True.
was laying on the ground. He was laying on the ground, but still, it was just I don't know. It would have been kind of I don't know. It would have been. I would just like to see that challenge. That's all. You know, over 2 hours. Definitely not needed.
Yeah.
Definitely not needed.
I agree with you on that. I mean, I get it because I think they went into it clearly since it's in the title part one that this was
Mhm.
probably going to set the world for expansion. From what I heard, they're also doing a season two for the Tyrant. Like literally, this is a whole universe that they have designed for it for the
How
story.
many episodes in the first season?
4 episodes.
That's it.
Yeah, it was a while ago that I watched it, but it's 4 episodes, but it's like watching like the BBC movies or shows.
Mhm, mhm.
It like they condense everything down relatively quick.
How long is each episode again?
Each episode's like 30, 40, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like an hour long episodes. But
Okay.
again, that's Tyrant will make more sense after you saw part two because they introduced those other organization and character types.
Oh, so watch part two first, then the series?
That's what I would do,
Okay.
even though it's more like a prequel to it, but it makes
Mhm.
more sense once you see those other character types.
Now, what's the Rotten Tomato score on this?
So on Rotten Tomatoes, The Witch Part 1 Subversion, by the critics, 89%, and by the audience, 85%. I'm like in the middle, 88. I think it's a solid film. I'm leaning towards the critics on it. And
Mhm, mhm.
it
I
like
mean,
it scratches the itch of like all those things we mentioned: scanners,
right.
Firestarter, uh,
But
Adahan,
but it is up your alley in a sense. For one, is Asian, is a live action anime, if you will.
sci-fi.
And I kind of like it too. I'm into Asian films, you know, and unfortunately, they didn't have any. Well, not on Amazon. They didn't have any dubbed version, so it was all subtitled.
Correct.
I did,
It
but you
and
know,
they do have it's come out dubbed before, but right now
mhm,
you can only find it sub. But
right.
part two is out in dub.
Okay. Well, I got to stay consistent with that. I got to keep it on the Korean language, you know.
It's all new
But
people.
yeah, so I will be like 85 as well in that sense. It's good. It's just the time frame too long. Plus, you know, because I had to watch another movie we're going to review. I had to watch that twice because I was like, did I miss something here? Because I'm like so lost, and I'm like, but we'll talk about that on that review. But this movie is worth the watch.
I agree.
I think so. Yes, if you're into like live action anime or anime and done in live action and sci-fi and that thing of like scanners or Firestarter or Divergent, those kind of things where this person from this society rebels, if you will, and or Hannah, that movie,
Hmm.
you know, where they develop these characters or Point of No Return, another one. That's with Bridget Fonda, that another movie where a
Yeah.
person becomes like or trained to be an assassin, what have you, and then they rebel, they escape, and they come to look for them, and they fight against them. But in this one, it's different. She's setting up the pieces, like playing chess,
Yes.
making them think, "Oh, we got her," and it's like,
Hmm.
no, you know. And like I said, like to that quote of the Watchmen, would you have preferred to watch this in a theater, or you're happy watching it streaming?
I'm happy watching it streaming. It probably would have been cool to see it in the theater, but knowing that it's a whole series now,
Mhm.
I rather just like binge it and watch
Gotcha.
everything on TV.
True. True. Fair enough. All right, guys. That is our movie review of what was it called again?
The Witch Part 1 Subversion.
Thank you. I'm not going to know that long ass title. Have you seen it? What was your favorite moment? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Until next time, will be the next time. I'm Angel.
I'm Adan.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.